Yo, what's up homies, this is Sophie Gang, so brand new video, and today I will be doing another Warships of World War II collection. Ships of War collection, whatever. I don't know what they even call the box, says different, but the actual website says different, so we don't know. But anyway, this week I'll be doing HMS Prince of Wales, that's a game sooner than I thought. Basically what happened was that the W.H. Smith, see if we had it. They did at first, but they had broken one, so obviously I had to get this from Amazon, didn't come in the magazine. Wow. But anyway, I can get the audiobook online for free. So I'll just go down. So here's Prince of Wales. This is a British battleship, King George V class battleship. I actually dropped this. That broke. That broke, and a couple of propellers broke off. So yeah, but I managed to go more because of my artistic skills with model making. But yeah, I didn't want to book one because I thought, oh, it'll melt, but no, it can withstand the glue. It's made of the same type of stuff. So anyway, but yeah, she was King George V class battleship. She was basically built. Well, I actually have to do a presentation on this ship for Sea Cadets, but I might as well do it on YouTube. So she was built after the whole Treaty of Paris, of France, of whatever, Treaty of Versailles. There was also treaties after the Treaty of Versailles. There's like Treaty of France it was called, and you know, it restricted them even more. But yeah, and so what happened was that they knew that, you know, some countries aren't agreeing with this treaty, such as Italy with the Ramona, and Germany when Hitler said, oh yeah, I've got a ship called Bismarck that's only a certain size, when actually it wasn't. It was twice the size of what he said. So they came up with this. This is King George V class battleship, HMS Prince of Wales, and this is stuff for legends apparently. I don't know personally, but yeah, and it was built state of the art at the time. What happened was that they actually laid down a couple of, they actually put the project underway before, and you know, the war, and that was it really. And what happened was actually, whilst they were fitting her out after she was completed, what happened was that a German bomber decided to come and make havoc. And they didn't complete her fully, but they did have her anti-air guns installed. So what happened was that they had to actually show people how to use the anti-air guns and try and shoot down this bomber, which they didn't. But you know, that was the first time she was actually involved in a fight before she was even completed. That's the funny thing. And what happened was that the German bomber actually dropped the bomb, and what happened was that it didn't cause it, it just caused a little bit of damage. It was in a dock, so relatively low water. It did hit it and cause it a little, but you know, obviously if it did fill up, it would have just simply not affected it at all, because it was just literally let's say about that deep. This is the bottom of the ship, this is the floor of the dock. So anyway, so what happened was that they did fit it out, and she was just basically tasked with doing nothing. She was just with the home fleet. And then what happened was that the British found a ship which they really wanted to sink called the Bismarck. So what happened was that, I don't have HMS Hood, don't ask me why, but not with me at the moment. But what happened was that they set off all the ships, you know, and they put Prince of Wales and Hood by Iceland, top of Iceland, because I thought she might go there, Bismarck. So yeah, what happened was that I forgot what happened about Bismarck, even though I did it 2 episodes ago. But what happened was, obviously, you know the story. HMS Hood and Prince of Wales, but found Bismarck, and what happened? She actually even wasn't completed then. Actually, Prince of Wales. She still had workers on her, working on her. The guns they had sold, these bad boys, they didn't actually know if they fired or not. You know, she was completely out of dock, brand new, didn't know what the hell they were doing. So you know, like so basically what happened was that HMS Hood fired at Bismarck, they didn't return fire, and I did Prince Oil again. They both just fired. So yeah, her guns did work, and then what happened was that Bismarck fired at Hood, Hood sank. We'll pick up from there. So what happened was that after Bismarck was damaged, after Bismarck sank Hood, what happened was that Prince of Wales turned hard to starboard to avoid the wreckage of Hood and a flaming carcass going down into the sea. And what happened was that she then continued to start into fire at Bismarck, and they were all just firing at each other. And what happened was that she actually took 8 hits. She took one to the compass platform there, killed all but 3. Yep, pretty much. Injured the captain. She took 1 hit around this area, caused fire. She took several hits below the waterline, caused flooding, but she just kept on fighting. But what happened eventually was that her cannons eventually broke. They didn't fire, but she managed to actually score 3 hits on Bismarck. And what happened was that eventually she had to pull out of the battle because otherwise she was going to end up like Hood. But what happened then actually was that if those hits wouldn't have hit Bismarck, the admiral on board wouldn't have made the decision to return to port to get repairs. So he would have, if she didn't get those hits, what happened was that she caused it to leak oil slowly, and she caused it slowly to take on water, which wasn't really a big deal. But to Admiral Luton, he thought, no, we can't go into the Atlantic, because if we run out of fuel, that's it. We're going to have to go all the way back up, get repaired, go back out, go hunting. And what happened was that obviously that cost the Bismarck really. If we went out into the Atlantic, probably chanced it, Bismarck might still be around, but you know. So what happened was that Hood battered and where he went home and they repaired it, and then they sent it to like Mediterranean and places. They sent it to nice countries. They sent it to like Singapore, you know, off Asia, called war with Japan as well. And what happened was that the HMS Prince of Wales, you know, she worked with convoy service, you know, escorting goods and supplies to allied nations and whatnot. You know, that was really it. And what happened was that one day in 1940, god damn it, I said it the other day, I was like 1945, and my friend was like, no. I think it was 1940, I don't know, 1941, I'm going to put my cards on the table, 1941, I don't have a magazine, I'm so sorry. It's got to be 1941, you know, because it says in the box. No, that's the year she was made, 1941, 1942, maybe, 1943, I don't know, look it up for yourself, right? I don't know the date, sorry. And what happened was obviously, really bad impression, but what happened was that her and Repulse, they went off Singapore and we're going to go down to Allied territory, you know, and what happened was that the Japanese found out. And the Repulse was a cruiser similar to that of HMS Hood, and what happened was that obviously she was renowned class battle cruiser, and Prince of Wales, King George V, and what happened was that the Japanese they sent in 2 types of bomber planes. They sent in dive bombers that designed to go down like Stukas. They go down and make a scream noise, and they drop the bomb. They go scream, and they drop the bomb, and it goes into the deck. But those aren't the killers. The killers are torpedo bombers. They just absolutely rip holes in the ships, causing them to sink. That's what sank Bismarck. But what happened was that the Japanese, to take out something this big, they didn't send in dive bombs, they sent actual bombers. We're talking about an entire swarm of like Japanese bombers, essentially the equivalent to a Junkers bomber, and they just absolutely bombed they just bombed Prince of Wales. You know, she was just set ablaze basically. She had good anti-air guns, but unfortunately, when there's too many of them, you're not going to win. Now, unfortunately, she did sink. When I found out, I wasn't very happy. And what happened was that she obviously listed over and, you know. But she actually took a long time to sink, actually. So this sort of did have time to get off. She leaked a lot of fuel, and a lot of people were hurt by the fuel, and they come with stands. Didn't know that. Anyway, the ships, yeah, she obviously sank, and what happened was that her remains lying upside, she's upside down, fortunately. There's a lot of ships that have, like, horrible shipwrecks, but never mind. Like genocide, and that's it. Skarnhorst, I can name others. Okay, I'll name those for you. Prince Eugen, that was ripped up though. Tirpitz, ripped up. Bismarck was like really good wreck. HMS in pieces. Yamato pieces, you know, but anyway. But that's really it about Prince of Wales. What happened was that the RAF was supposed to arrive, unfortunately didn't do their jobs. So, yeah. everything's so great now. Never mind. But you know what? You know who I am. That, but actually, they didn't turn up on time. They didn't turn up on time at all, the RAF, and they allowed the Prince of Wales and the Post to sink because they could have helped, but they didn't. But anyway, so that was the Prince of Wales. That's what I think about it. She was about ship. She was a good ship. She was a very good ship, actually. You know, because she was just literally like, if she did survive a war, she would have been considered as a war veteran. Because she was actually very successful. You know, from birth till death, she was constantly in action. She was constantly fighting against something. You know, so really, she was actually had a plane better than Bismarck's. You know, it had a bomb, and it was like, but anyway, so it's good specifications. They really badly printed this box. She was capable of traveling at 27,000 knots. No, that's not right. 27.62 knots. That's relatively fast for a ship. That's the same speed as Bismarck. But someone's going to say, well, jets can travel at like 1,000 knots. I don't care. She had 110,000 horsepower. She was armed with 10. 10 356mm cannons, 16 131mm cannons, and her water displacement tonnage was 42,076 tons. Her length in all was 2,227. No, forget 2,000. 227.12 meters. That's sorry, smaller than that of a boat. The same as Bismarck. Her armor was side armor was 381 millimeters thick, and diameter was 31.45 meters, and that's really it. That's really HMS Prince of Wales. So I don't know. See, the thing is about next issue, which is already out, it's a ship I don't want to get, the USS Massachusetts, and I read about it, and it did nothing during the war, literally. A lot of people will argue with me, it did nothing during the war, it was just basically a super ship. A lot of Americans actually keep their battleships because they think they're going to be involved in another war. Surprisingly, USS Missouri is there when they can, she can fire all the cannons that she wants, you know, because they even used her up till the 90s, you know, these battleships. And that's just insane. You know, you're meant to replace them with something new, but no, they just decide, nah, we're just like it. You know, I don't know why, but, you know, and after that it's the Tirpitz. But I won't actually, I don't think I'll buy it clearing the what happens to Tirpitz, so I think I'll just actually get Bismarck mold down here again and just say, oh, you know, what happened about Tirpitz, but I don't know. I really wanted Prince Eugen to be next because we thought it would be a logical thing to bring in Prince Eugen, but no, they just decided to go with Massachusetts and then Tirpitz. I'm like, really? Because, you know, and the camo they put on Tirpitz. They put this horrible green one on her. That's hideous. You know? And she, you know, and World of Warships, they go, nope, we're going to give her Bismarck camo. You know, I'm like, no, that don't make any sense. You know, how can you consider Tirpitz better? Well, there was actually a 2,000 ton distance, difference between them. So, you know. But anyway, that's Prince of Wales for you. Don't know how long that is. I don't have the magazine, so I don't know. Right, the same really. I sort of have the guide. I sort of have them for guidance, but I don't. I knew about Prince of Wales, and I haven't done my presentation yet fully. I've started doing it. I can do it in a day. I can just watch this video and go, damn. And literally, depends on how long this video is. However long this video is, how long I'm going to talk about Prince of Wales. But that's the thing. But anyway, so I'm going to end this video here. I don't know whether I'm doing the US Massachusetts. I might not. I'm not going to make any promises. I'm going to end this video here, and as always, peace out my homies.